Good morning. So the real final section of this build on the netted hoop house is going to be putting in the sectioned beds in. They're not raised beds, although they are raised above the ground level. They're just section beds to section off the growing area, really. A real raised bed is about 2 feet high, and you can sort of sit on the side of it. You don't have to bend over to do your weeding and things like that. Dave from Dave's Allotment, he pointed that out actually, that a raised bed is raised up to sort of like almost waist level for the older gardener, so that they can do, you know, they don't have to bend over and things like that. But the small ones, the low level ones, are actually section beds, sections. So that's the final stage really, and also to put that door threshold in at the bottom of the door closer. So this is all going to be on the final full length, start to finish, on the netted hoop house. See you in a minute. So we've already got the sort of back wall of the sectioned bed. So from that corner to actually where the post meets is 3 feet. In total, it's just around about a metre, which is 3'6". But with that in place, that decking board in place, the actual distance between there and there is precisely 3 feet on this. So because I know that is the distance on there, I measured it out as well at the top. So it's 3 feet there, and there's a 3 feet gap between there and there where I put the stave in. Now that stave has also been measured to the back wall, if you like, and where that drops is again 3 feet. So it's 3 feet by 3 feet. The overall length of this was 13 feet, but it's not actually going to be 13 feet because that's on the outer, not the inner. So it's going to be around about 12'8" on the inside of it. So if you're doing the Mel Bartholomew's square foot gardening method, then you can work it out how many plants you can get into the different locations within the growing space that you've got. So that's going to be the one side. It's only got a single stave at the top, and it's screwed in at the back here on a level with the front plate, so it's all nice and neat. So we know it's the right height. I've measured, I've took the level and put the level on there, put the stave in first in the position that it needs to be, and then adjusted it by knocking it in just to make sure, and then presenting the plank up to the side of the stave and keeping an eye on the level as we're going. And so you know that it's exactly level. You can see that bubble. You know it's spot on for level, which that is. And then once I was happy with that level, that's the final position and decision made, and it's screwed on then to the stave. Now those are only 1x1 staves because that's all I've got at the moment. So I'm going to put a couple of those along here. As I say, at the moment it's only fixed at one at either end, but there's going to be a couple going in just to give it that extra support. So when it is filled with soil, it's not going to be moving around and bellying out from there. Might just get it in place before the soil goes in, and then get some 2x2 staves like these at the back. Put a couple of those in to give it that extra strength. That's probably the way forward with it, really. Actually, that's what we'll probably do. So yeah, I'll crack on with that. Obviously I've got to get the next one in and then that one in. The back plate will probably be going in next, actually, so we can check that for level, and then make sure that it all marries up level on this end as well, which we're hoping it should do, but we'll make sure that it does. Okay, so I'll crack on with that. Alright, so as you can see, that's pretty level, stave to stave there. So yeah, that's going to be fine, I think. That should be alright. So yeah, next step is to get the decking timber in across there, fill the gap, and then we'll check. Actually, we're probably as well doing that one first, the long length first, I think. Putting the other long length in, because we know that's there or thereabouts. We can adjust that slightly before we make our final commitments, just to make sure it is all level. Right, well, we'll crack on with that. So that's level all around now, that. Excusez-moi. To make sure it doesn't shift while we're moving around and playing about with it, I've put a brick underneath there to keep that at that level. You can see it is level on that, and it's level this way as well. Yeah, level that way, and it's level that way, or it should be, because it was a second ago. Yeah, so we know that that's all perfectly level. That the distance is exactly the same as well going down. Maintain that measurement between the two, and obviously between the ends to form the beds. The beds are the same. So the final plank is going to go on the back there, so I'm going to put that one on now, and then we'll get some more staves in while the brick's still in place, just to make sure that it can remain as it is. Correct. Okay, see you in a bit. And there she is, completed. As you can see down there, there's the threshold for the door, which is where the door actually closes. That seals the gap underneath. These other gaps are going to be filled with the soil from inside there, and the further beds that are going to be outside. There'll be further beds outside. Oh, somebody's been shot. So yeah, the sectional beds are in. I have put some 2x2 that I found, some staves at the top there. So there's the 1x1 and the 2x2 supporting that, and that's perfectly flat and level now. And it's going to stay that way. A couple more staves have gone in on the side bits. May put another couple of staves in, just to retain all that soil. And so these are all going to be filled up at the sides and at the top in a big letter C. And as I say, there may be a couple of gaps on the path side that I'll need to fill, but that's a dead easy job, really easy job. That just fill them gaps in with some more scrap timber and fix them from the inside. I couldn't resist, and you knew I wouldn't be able to resist when we put that on the outside there. The sort of finish on the outside there of that 2x1 on top of the decking timber, you know it was all going to be done all around the outside, and it does set it off nice. Let me just show you. As you can see there, it's like a final trim really all around the edges, and I put they're only 50 pence for 4 foot, or 5 foot actually, 5 foot lengths of it. The 50p. So I've spent about £3 on that. Just finishing off the trimmings around the base where the netting meets. So it's stapled, and it's very secure now. That really very secure that now, all the way around. I've done the same on the door as well. Put a couple of battens on the outside as well. Just finishing it off, really finishing off the look of it. Those are your closers, dead easy, really easy them. Just a bit of 2x1 or 2.5 inch actually there with that in. A screw, and you just turn them like that. May want looking at that one because it's split, as you can see. That one's split, and then that opens, and in you go. I'm talking quiet because I don't want to look like a nutter talking to himself. But that's it. That's the final bit. Done. Just needs filling up with soil now. And Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. So all we need now is about 300 of these, and about 3 hours to attach them to fill in the go faster stripes. I'll show you what I mean. Hope you can pick that up. But when they stitch these together in manufacture, for some reason you've got this carry-on that's big enough for the cabbage white to squeeze his little bottom through, or her little bottom through, and lay her eggs on your brassicas. Oh God, no! And then you get this situation. It can be remedied by using these cable zip ties, but there are 20 there, and it's just about covered about what, 18 inches, about a foot and a half. Now this is 13 inches, 13 feet in length, so you're going to be talking a good 300 to fill in all those holes, and probably about 3 hours to do it in. That's just took me about, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. But I don't want to end on a downer, because once it's completed it'll be fabulous. And these aren't very dear, these. I think they're 100 for £1, so we'll need about 3 or 4 quid's worth of them just to complete it and finish it all off. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in to the Little Farmer's Farm. As I say, if you've enjoyed this mini-series, the channel is full of things like this. Every couple of weeks we'll be tinkering and doing something construction-wise. And then talking you through the growing, the planting, the looking after of the crops over the coming years. Any tips that we pick up, we'll pass them over to you. Any tips that you've got, pass them over to us. And as I say, we'll continue the growing revolution down here on the Little Farmer's Farm. All you new subscribers and old subscribers, thanks very much for the continued support and new support that you're giving us. We're coming up to 400 subscribers now, and it's fantastic. It really is. We've not been going for a year yet, and as I say, we started the vlog just as a vlog for me and my son. And people are jumping in, and I'm glad that you are. Thank you very much. It's great. You're all welcome. Okay. We'll see you later. I'm going to show you the view of this from up on top of the tiki hut that you can see behind me. So, of course, health and safety is paramount. There is somebody on me. I've got toothpaste there. There is somebody on the plot opposite that's going to hold the ladders for me, Chris. So yeah, don't worry too much. All right, see you in a bit. And that's how it looks. If you're a pigeon sat on the tiki hut. Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. As I said before, all we need to do now is continue the zip tying, making sure that those holes are filled, and we'll do a final check around before the cabbage white season, obviously, and make sure there's no holes where the little buggers can get in. So the brassica tent that we've created, that's the original brassica tent that me and Mick did. That may need the same treatment around the sides, but that's the baby brother of it. They look cool, don't they? They look fantastic. And trust me when I tell you that they will be bug proof. Oh, I've said it now, haven't I? I've said it's going to be bug proof. It's going to be crawling. It'll be crawling in summertime, that. Now I've said that. But we'll make it as absolutely bug proof as we possibly can, just to keep the little monkeys away from the crops. Alright, so I'll see you next time on the Little Farmer's Farm. As I say, if you do like what we're doing, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting updates down here on the plots. See you later. Have a great week, boys and girls. Bye bye.